The reason why we need diversity training is that we're normal. And if we're normal, we tend to have unbalanced views about each other. What do you think is the first question they're likely to ask of me? Where are you from? Like if they would know what to do with that if I told them. So relax, it's okay. I'm from Beirut. Now, once I got their attention, I tell them two things. Number one, I'm not from Beirut. And number two, I'm not making fun of Arabs. I'm making fun of our stereotypes about Arabs. Professor Jack Shaheen from Illinois has written an excellent work on the media stereotypes regarding Arabs. At prime time, Arabs are either billionaires, belly dancers, or bombers. Black people at prime time, superstars in sports or superstars in crime. In OJ, both. We think Mexican Americans came to this country last night and illegally. But somehow we've got to remember that the presence of Mexican Americans in this country has less to do with the people that came to the United States, but the fact that the U.S. took what used to be Mexico. So that if you tell some of these Mexicans, go back where you came from, they go to Texas, California, Arizona. And so the media gives us these unbalanced views. I grew up in the 50s, Native American Indians, savages in the 50s, drunkards in the 70s, and run casinos in the 90s. And women, you didn't fare well either. Waiting to be rescued. Remember the Popeye cartoon? Stupid, skinny, olive oil? Making bad decisions, heart coming out of her, going for this guy, Bluto, and then was sexually harassed and then needed to be rescued. And I love Popeye because he ate spinach, but only if he absolutely had to. White males, listen up. In the mind of a lot of us, emerging majorities, sometimes referred to as minorities, and women, you know what we do? What is the stereotype that we have about you? You have it easy. You are a people of privilege. Somehow your children are not giving you heartache, and every promotion that you've ever wanted, you got. And you don't have to take care of your elders, and you don't have to deal with cancer, and you don't have to deal with making it and being held accountable. Somehow we come out with these simplistic views that you are the heirs of tremendous privilege, and given the fact that America was built on the backs of minorities, when we look at you, we sometimes do not understand what Maya Angelou said in one of her poems, in minor ways we differ, in major we are the same. By the way, the stereotype that really gets to me was the one, of course, that has to do with my people. Growing up in Puerto Rico and of being of Puerto Rican descent, the only thing that people ever really knew about Puerto Ricans came out of a movie that was that made famous out of a drama in Hollywood. You remember that? The West Side Story. I saw that movie 3 times. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I asked myself, as an Hispanic, as a Latino, could an Hispanic have written the script for the West Side Story? And the answer had to be no. You cannot go to an Hispanic neighborhood at 3 o'clock in the morning, call for Maria, and only have one window open.